What's up, Cowboys Nation? You already know we're here to talk about America's team and everything going on this offseason. The Cowboys are making moves, looking to improve, and trying to put themselves in the best position to compete for a Super Bowl. But let's be real. Some of the decisions coming out of the front office are raising serious questions. Right now, all eyes are on Micah Parsons and whether Dallas will lock him up with a long-term extension before the season starts. We've seen this before, waiting too long and paying the price. And guess what? Stephen Jones himself admitted that the Cowboys made a mistake with Dak Prescott's contract in the past. So why are they making the same mistake again? We're breaking it all down today. The latest on Parsons' contract situation. Why waiting? Too long cost Dallas with Dak Prescott, Stephen Jones' own words admitting the mistake. What this means for the future of the Cowboys. Before we get into it, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps a ton, and we'll keep bringing you the best Cowboys content all off-season. Now, let's get to it. The Cowboys are entering voluntary off-season workouts, but one big question remains unanswered. When will Micah Parsons get his extension? Now, most fans expect the deal to get done eventually. The Cowboys aren't about to let one of the best defensive players in the NFL walk, but here's the problem. Dallas has a history of waiting too long on contract negotiations, and it has already cost them in the past. Look around the league. Other teams are getting ahead of the game, signing their stars early to avoid skyrocketing prices later. Meanwhile, Dallas just let Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb reach the end of their deals before finally giving in, and it looks like they're on the same path with Parsons. Cowboys Executive VP Stephen Jones doesn't seem too concerned, though. At the annual league meeting, he said, "A lot of it is just the negotiation itself. Some of them take longer than others, and we put about zero credibility or credence into people saying you wait too long." So according to Jones, waiting is no big deal. But that's funny because he has admitted in the past that waiting too long was a mistake, especially when it came to Dak Prescott. Let's go back to 2021. During an interview with NBC5's Pat Doney, Stephen Jones was asked if he had any regrets about past contract negotiations. His response? Probably would have signed Dak the first time around. It would have been a little bit better for everybody, and then he laughed about it. Let's break that down. Jones was referring to the fact that the Cowboys waited too long to extend Dak, forcing him to play on the franchise tag in 2020. That decision ended up costing Dallas more money in the long run. Instead of signing him earlier at a lower price, they had to give him a massive 4-year, $160 million contract in 2021. Now, fast forward to 2025, and they're doing the same thing with Parsons. Parsons is set to become the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Every day the Cowboys wait, the price goes up. The salary cap is rising, and other defensive players are signing huge deals, meaning Dallas will have to pay even more if they keep stalling. So the question is, did Stephen Jones really learn from his past mistake? The Cowboys love to play the waiting game with contracts, but with a player like Micah Parsons, why take the risk? Parsons has been a game changer since he stepped onto the field in 2021. In just 3 seasons, he's already one of the most dominant defensive players in the NFL. If Dallas wants to win, they need him locked in long term. No distractions, no drama. But right now, instead of making the extension a priority, they're dragging it out. And let's not forget, Parsons has been watching how the Cowboys handle these situations. He saw how they delayed Dak's deal. He saw how they stalled on CeeDee Lamb's contract. If they do the same to him, could it create tension between him and the team? That's a dangerous game to play with your best player, while the front office figures out what to do with Parsons. There's another important decision looming. Who will back up Dak Prescott? Right now, the only quarterback on the roster behind Dak is Will Grier. And let's be honest, Cowboys fans, if something happens to Prescott, do we really feel confident with Grier stepping in? The Cowboys know they need another quarterback, and Stephen Jones has been open about exploring all options. He recently said, "I think we will look at the full package when you're looking at it. You're probably not going to get all things just right. You know exactly what you want, but at the same time, you certainly want to get the very best guy that gives you the best chance to compete with Will Grier and be in that room with Dak and whoever else we add. That tells us a few things. Dallas is considering both free agency and the NFL draft for a backup QB. They want someone who can compete for the job, not just a camp arm. A veteran free agent could be an option if they want immediate stability. Adding, a veteran makes the most sense because a rookie would need time to develop. If the Cowboys really want competition at the backup spot, signing an experienced QB in free agency could be the way to go. The bottom line? The Cowboys are making some big decisions this offseason, but there are still a lot of question marks. Here's what needs to happen. Get the Micah Parsons deal done, now. The longer they wait, the more expensive it gets. Find a solid backup, quarterback. Prescott needs insurance, and Greer isn't enough. Stop repeating past mistakes. Stephen Jones admitted he messed up with Dak's contract. Why make the same mistake with Parsons? The Cowboys are entering a crucial season. They have the talent to compete, but front office decisions could make or break their success. And now it's time for you to weigh in. Since 2014, DeMarcus Lawrence has been the heart and soul of the Cowboys' defense. A two-time Pro Bowler, a leader in the locker room, and one of the most feared pass rushers in the league, Lawrence was a cornerstone of this team for nearly a decade. Every time the Cowboys needed a big play on defense, he was there. Whether it was pressuring the quarterback, stopping the run, or bringing intensity to the field, Lawrence always set the tone. His presence wasn't just about stats, it was about attitude, about being that veteran leader who brought fire and determination to the defense. But all good things come to an end. Lawrence's time in Dallas is over, and with him moving on, the Cowboys are looking to the future. The question is, who's going to step up next? The future starts with Micah Parsons. When you think about the next leader of this defense, one name immediately comes to mind: Micah Parsons. Ever since he was drafted in 2021, Parsons has been a game changer. He took the league by storm in his rookie season, winning Defensive Rookie of the Year and establishing himself as one of the most dominant defensive players in the NFL. Speed, power, versatility, Parsons has it all. He can rush the passer, drop into coverage, and blow up plays in the backfield. There's a reason why he's already one of the most feared defenders in the league, and with Lawrence gone, this is officially Parsons' defense now. Parsons himself made that clear when he tweeted, "It's my time after Lawrence signed with the Seahawks." But leadership isn't just about being the best player on the field, it's about setting the tone for the entire team. Is Parsons ready to take on that role? Some fans love his energy, his confidence, and his relentless drive to be great. Others worry that his outspoken nature might rub people the wrong way. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Can Parsons be the leader this defense needs? Drop your thoughts in the comments. DeMarvion Overshown, the next star in the making. While Parsons is the obvious choice as the new defensive leader, keep an eye on DeMarvion Overshown. The Cowboys drafted Overshown in 2023, and even though he's not as well known as Parsons, his potential is undeniable. Overshown has everything you want in a modern linebacker: speed to cover the entire field, instincts to read plays before they happen, versatility to fit into multiple roles in the defense. He's got a chance to develop into a key piece of this defense for years to come. If he can learn from Parsons and grow into a bigger role, the Cowboys could have a scary linebacker duo on their hands. What do you think? Could Overshown be the surprise star of this defense in 2025? Trevon Diggs, the secondary's alpha no discussion about the Cowboys' defense is complete without talking about Trevon Diggs. Since entering the league in 2020, Diggs has been a turnover machine. His ability to make game-changing plays in the secondary is unmatched. Interceptions, pass breakups, locking down receivers. Diggs has done it all. But now, with Lawrence gone and Parsons stepping into the primary leadership role, Diggs needs to be a vocal leader for this defense as well. He's the face of the secondary, and with young talent like Darren Bland stepping up, his leadership could take this group to another level. If Parsons runs the front seven and Diggs commands the secondary, the Cowboys could have one of the most dynamic defensive duos in the NFL. Do you trust Diggs to be a leader, or do you think his aggressive style sometimes puts the defense at risk? Let us know what you think. One of the biggest changes for the Cowboys this offseason is the arrival of defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus. Eberflus is here to bring back the dominant defense that Dallas had under Dan Quinn. His approach is all about discipline, fundamentals, and maximizing the talent on the roster. With a new leader on the sideline and young stars stepping up, could this be the beginning of a new defensive dynasty in Dallas? The potential is there, but it all depends on how quickly these new leaders step into their roles. What do you think about all of this? Should the Cowboys sign Micah Parsons to a long-term deal right now? Are you worried about the backup QB situation? Do you think Stephen Jones is making the same mistake again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going, and if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a Cowboys update. That's all for today, Cowboys Nation. Until next time, go Cowboys.